Hello and welcome back to La-Mulana. Now let me ask, are you afraid of the dark? Because, we're going somewhere pretty dark. Now, we were here before because I wanted to grab the bronze mirror early, but, now we actually have the means of an end to explore the place. I can't talk today. So yeah, flares. We needed those. Now we actually see the place. Now, you see those squares there all over the place in this area. And those squares need to be hit by flares in order to light up the place. If you don't, well, you will get sucked. Also, you saw me kind of walk through spikes before. I think I did the same in Mausoleum of Giants, but this is the first place that actually shows you can walk through certain spikes. But keep in mind, the flare has a really limited range, so you sometimes have to jump to light up the area. Dragon bone in hand? Yeah. Another disjointed puzzle. We get the dragon bone somewhere, but I think we have to solve a puzzle in a store. Another delayed puzzle. There's a lot of delayed puzzles, because much like Inferno Cavern, you only get to go to half the dungeon initially in this place. That's a clue for the backside portion of Gate of Extinction. That won't be important for a long time. Like a ridiculously long time. And then suddenly mid-boss. Now this boss isn't clever, he's not fun, he's just a DPS race. So bust out the axe with a dagger and just go fucking wild, because you aren't gonna, like, safely beat him. I mean, I ended with 28 health and damn near died. But yeah, by beating him, we get the Chakram. Now the Chakram is a great weapon because not only is the ammo reusable, but it's also the strongest sub-weapon in the game next to the handgun. So if you ever find yourself stuck on a boss, bust out that Chakram. After a quick bath, we could actually explore the place now. Well, I said that before, but now that we have health and we kill the boss. I noticed there's a lot more skeletons in this area. Oh, well, they're not NPC skeletons, never mind. The interesting thing about this place, there's no culture whatsoever. Kaga Souls gives life. Ah, yes. So many disjointed important clues. Also, I pretty much use the text track software to just record images. And those images become important. Why am I dancing? Oh, you're right, I wanted to turn on the light. You really have to memorize where the lights are in this area. Because as we'll see later in the video, the darkness is a terrible thing. So you see that giant mural and think, hey, I bet we need to scan that later. Well, you'd be right in your intuition, but we don't have the tools to scan, like, giant software stuff. We only could do tablets or, say, these things. Also, if anybody is an RPG buff, I think they'll find it really clever that in any area with a Mandragora, these things exist. It's pretty cool. Also, more Eden puzzles. I believe that's the fourth and last one. Gotta light up the night. Can't go through this place blind. You just can't. Also, here's a fun coin farming method. Those 4 blocks will always respawn, but they'll only drop coins once unless you have the item find fairy. Once you do, you have a lot of fun, because that thing will always produce money. Fucking Garudas, you dicks. I just want to go to the store. Go away. Oh yeah, that's not a store. This is a decent clue because it offers some context to later dungeons, but it also provides an important clue for the final puzzle of the game. I'm back here, because fuck the dark. And Sonic's ruining my life. Yeah, you really have to kill enemies first before you try to light up a flare, because enemies body block flares and you just can't light up anything unless you directly hit those... what's it called? Also, hey look! A seal! How do we get to it? Oh, this is cool. I like this clue right here because it reminds me of stuff from the video game Muramasa. What am I saying? But yeah, Oxhead and Horseface are very prominent Chinese, or... I know there's some kind of Asian figure. We'll figure that out later. Now we begin to see that dungeons are starting to expect us to have a certain extra oomph in our jump, which is getting old. God who sustains the world so as to disperse the darkness. Did I record this? Nah, I just kinda look at it. Oh no, I do record it. Don't know why. By the way, that specific flare point's pretty interesting. Now for a sneak preview of the last dungeon. Shrine to the Mother. We can't do anything here, because we don't have double jump, we don't have any shit whatsoever. We don't have translation, so let's get out of here. Back on the snakes. I really enjoy some of the stuff in this level. There's a fair amount of detail to behold. More untranslatable text. And we finally get our first fairy. Now each fairy has a distinct star pattern, and as you can see, we got the sub-weapon fairy. This fairy will spam your sub-weapon at no cost to you, with some limitations. It doesn't use guns because fairies don't know how to use technology. And it won't use the Ankh Jewel because it's technically not a weapon. So whenever you get the item, the sub-weapon fairy, just equip your chakrams. You'll have the perfect buffer zone. Unless you're dumb like me and can't aim. Oh yeah, you can shoot those bullets. That's really cool. But I think the chakram, once you get the item that boosts sub-weapons, it becomes as powerful as a axe. I don't know if the sub-weapon buff... that was weird. Ooh. Ah, yes. Normally you're supposed to find a specific tablet to do this, but I figure my fairy is a good enough excuse to show this off. This puzzle, I've memorized it by heart, but it's basically a blind run. It is pure trial and error. But I've done it so many times to where I can just do it blind. But once you do that, you can get to the seal and be blind. I clipped the flares here mainly because I want some semblance of view as I do this. That seal unlocks a very important chest. I just wish my fairy would actually, you know, shoot the... There you go. Now, the thing about Mandragoras is I don't think they're a threat, mainly because they don't actively damage you. They only do contact damage, and very little at best, even on hard mode. So it's weird. I hope you guys are enjoying the sick flare spam. And we got the life seal. This is the third of 4 seals that we need to progress the game. But we won't be getting the last one for a long time, so we don't have to worry about those anymore. Damn it, Lamesa. We had to fall so terribly. find it interesting that this is the only level that you find Snake in, and there's a reason for that. And I find it really cool, because you don't see detail like that in these games. Also, here's the clue that says you're supposed to jump through walls to figure out stuff. You could easily apply Doom logic to find the specific wall. I found it by accident. Yeah, accident. By the way, those hands, I don't think they operate like wall masters from Zelda. They're just kinda dicks. Now, I showed off the map before to show that we just basically warp through an area. That ladder connects two zones that shouldn't be connected, which is peculiar to say the least. But with that ladder, you basically discovered all you can discover in Gate of Extinction. For the most part. There's still this thing that's impossible to decipher. There's spikes in my butt. Great Mother sleeps at the center of the world, lay the Dragon Bone to rest. Interesting, so the Dragon Bone will allow us to see the Mother. So one of our overarching goals is to get the Dragon Bone. This becomes a really tricky part, mainly because I see the puzzle being solved here as I was doing the editing, but don't solve the puzzle. We'll see that later, though, after I show you what happens if you don't light up the night. There's a lot of pots in this specific portion of Chamber Extinction that give a lot of money. Now, if you come in from the bottom entrance of Chamber of Extinction, you won't be able to get those pots initially. But then again, if you go through the top entrance, you can't see those. This particular part's annoying mainly because you can't see and they include bats. Then I jump here. Then I jump out and oh no! The spikes glitched me because I jumped. So we take a bath. And since we got the life steal, I'm gonna show off one more thing here. One last persistent thing that has been bugging the ever-living crap out of players, probably. We got the life steal. That just gives you money. Gives you a lot of money. That gives you 80 gold. And I'm pretty sure if you have an item find fairy, that thing triples. But that's the use of the item fairy. So let's go back to the Gate of Extinction. Or Gate of Guidance. There's another puzzle that we never solved in the Gate of Guidance. Because we needed that. Now this item isn't necessary, but it's really good to have. Also, crap, I can't fucking get there. Come on. Amazer, you're so fat. Why? There we go. Now remember that tablet that said offer up 3 lights to the heavens that's right there? Now that we have the flares and we unlock the area, we can actually offer up those lights. And we get the crucifix. Crucifix is nice because those red and blue fireballs that were trolling us a while ago, that thing stops them in their tracks. Now I try to demonstrate it here, but these things don't like to respawn for whatever reason, even after I use the Holy Grail. So, unfortunate. Now I'm going back here because, for one, I want to show off that weird eyeball thing, and 2, I never did get the Ghost Lord. So we're gonna go kill the Ghost Lord. I completely forgot to do this when I was doing Mausoleum, so whoops. But yeah, that thing just opened up. That's what the Bronze Mirror does. Thank you, Zelpud. The Bronze Mirror basically lets us get to the dark side areas of the dungeon. But the problem is, we don't have the you can't get to that dark side through that door unless you kill the big guardian of the area. This isn't a big guardian though, it's just a ghost. And ghosts are frightening. Yep. Now this boss, you're supposed to fight it like at the beginning of the game when you don't have much stuff. But I just cheat so hard. In order to summon it, you just keep killing boss spawns until the following happens. I believe this boss was demonstrated in the La-Mulana trailer, but he's not that hard a boss, he's just big and fast. All you gotta do is run past him and then hit him. The X makes short work of him, because he's a ghost. And we get the rolling shuriken. Rolling shuriken's okay, I guess. I mean, you could use it to dispatch certain enemies, but I am not a particular fan of it. You have the knife for that. Now there's one boss that I could see it being adequately useful, but eh. Rebu hole, dug hole, assembly. Ah yeah, that's the final piece of the puzzle for Giant's lore. And I really should have seen that before actually doing that video, but oh well. That still doesn't help us figure out where the life orb is, but naturally you can just brute force that. One last puzzle. Now this isn't important. You could probably skip ahead like 1 or 2 minutes if you don't care, because this puzzle's not really the puzzle I was thinking of. We got the origin seal at the way beginning of the game, and that unlocks this thing. It's a shop. Not a really important shop. It's great later when you actually unlock grenades, but for now it's just very meh. Let's get some weights and go. I like that shopkeeper though. He's a total bro. Dude. Now I thought there was a thing here that lets us get a weapon, but I was wrong. So I just kind of run around aimlessly. Crap. We going back? Yeah, we're going back. Now here's good level design right here. You warp into Chamber of Extinction through the Holy Grail, you get light. That's a great choice. Now let's get that money back. I'm sick of being broke. Or we'll just dance. I was pretty mad about dying when I was recording this, so I just skip all the tablets again. You all know what the tablets are, though. Here, though, I actually do the puzzle for the life orb by accident. Because I try to get that flare. And I didn't realize that there was a floor trigger there because I'm blind. Like, just like I am now. This is the hardest part of trying to go the backwards route through Chamber of Extinction because everything is dark. Now you're probably gonna see me jump. You're gonna see me jump into a lot more spikes because I really want to see what's over there. I know, I make the smart decision. Chamber of Extinctions has 2 regular gate entrances from the Temple of the Sun. And if I could just jump up there without... Yep. Fucking side spikes. Basically, I just kind of walk around entirely. Also, there's a warning that this place is dark and life sucks. So, back inside the Chamber of Extinction. Let's get the lights on so we can finish up everything here. Ah, the wonders of post-processing. There's one last tablet I want to scan. Oh no! Now, I never noticed this until recording this particular part, but that weird thing over there shares the same icons as the what the hell is that plate called? The thing from the Mausoleum of Giants. Beyond the guardian of the god of destruction, this god shall summon Palenque. So I hope you're good on your mythology, because if you want to fight the boss here, you need to know who the god of destruction is, and what mythology this level uses. In the meantime, though, we'll just record that, and finish up the level. Oh yeah, here's what the messages look like when you use a text tracker. But yeah, next time on La-Mulana, bosses. We get to kill stuff.